Hello and Namaste. Devas and Asuras, they are the staple of all our Puranas and legends. Those of us who are brought up with Amar Chitra Katha know that Devas and Asuras fought epic battles with each other. In recent times, these comic books have become a subject of controversy because the Devas were depicted as fair-skinned and Asuras as dark-skinned. They were accused of racism. However, as per our Puranas, Devas and Asuras were brothers, sons of sage Kashyapa, and likely to have closely resembled each other in appearance. Krishna too makes this point very clear. You don't become a Deva or Asura based on your birth or lineage. It is your character and values that make you one. In the 16th chapter, which is titled Devasura Sampat Vibhaga Yoga, he describes the qualities of Devas and Asuras. Krishna explicitly states that a person can be of a noble birth, do charity and yajna, and still be an Asura. For Asuras, all these only serve as a fuel for their arrogance and vanity. Unlike the comic books, you cannot distinguish them merely based on their appearance. You have to look into their heart and mind to identify them. In the 16th chapter, he gives a laundry list of the qualities of Devas and qualities of Asuras. Based on these lists, it's easy to do a self-evaluation and determine which category we belong to. Why is this relevant in the study of Gita? Krishna says, Daivi qualities lead a person to liberation and Asuri qualities leads to bondage. Anyone looking for spiritual growth and liberation needs to develop Daivi qualities and get rid of Asuri qualities. Abhayam sattva samshuddhir jnana yoga vyavastitihi danam damascha yajnascha swadhyaya tapa arjavam ahimsa satyam akrodam tyaga shantirapaishunam daya bhuteshvalo luptvam mardavam hira chapalam tejakshama shaucham adroho nati manita Bhavanti sampadam daivim abhijatasya bharata. Fearlessness, purity of mind, charity, austerity, straightforwardness, non-violence, truthfulness, renunciation, tranquility, compassion towards all living beings, gentleness, modesty, vigor, forgiveness, fortitude, and cleanliness are the qualities of Devas. They are constantly engaged in spiritual studies and steadfast in the pursuit of liberation. Nothing can distract them from that goal. They do not lose their temper. They do not slander others. They don't succumb to temptations. They are not restless or vain. They do not bear enmity or grudge towards anyone. These are the qualities of Devas. The qualities of Asuras are exactly the opposite of these. You just have to supply the antonyms to this list to come up with a list of Asura qualities. Krishna says all the Asuri qualities emerge from three root causes. He calls them the gateway to hell which destroy a person. Trividam narakasyedam dwaram nashanatmanaha kama krodas tatalobah tasmat yetat trayam tyajet. There are three gates to hell which lead to self-destruction. They are desire, anger and greed. You need to get rid of these, Arjuna, he says. Let us examine some of the Daivi qualities and see how they cannot exist in the presence of these three. Renunciation is impossible when there is desire. Desire gives rise to fear, fear of losing what you desire and fear of not getting what you desire. So fearlessness is impossible. Desire makes you restless, so peace and tranquility are impossible. Desire gives rise to anger, anger at anyone or anything that stops you from getting what you desire. Anger makes you cruel, thoughtless and violent. So you make many enemies. Greed makes you dishonest, crooked and agitated. These three qualities are like the root from which this huge tree of all the Asuri qualities grow and branch out and thrive. Asuri qualities are not only bad for the world, more than anything, they are bad for you. Nashanatmanaha, they lead you to self-destruction, says Krishna. A person with Asuri qualities is his own worst enemy. He will be a slave to his mind. He will always be miserable. Krishna gives a vivid description of the thought process of Asuras. I have got this today, tomorrow I will acquire something else. I have this much money now, tomorrow I'll make much more. Today I have destroyed this enemy, tomorrow I will destroy another one. They suffer from deep anxiety and their only goal is enjoyment of sense pleasures. They have endless expectations and seek to hoard wealth through unrighteous means. Their desires are insatiable. Asuras believe that the world is without truth. There is no dharma and there is no God. The only real thing for them is desire, which dictates their every move. Because they are so self-absorbed and put their self-interest over everything else, they cause a lot of damage to the world. As long as you have the qualities of an Asura, you can never get moksha. To paraphrase Jesus Christ, it would be easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than an Asura to attain liberation. Do you remember those Amar Chitra Katha stories? An Asura performs tapas for thousands of years, and when Brahma finally appears before him, he asks for the boon of immortality. Brahma says that it is impossible to grant him that boon. Asuras are the personification of desire and greed. Even their spiritual disciplines are meant to acquire power and wealth and satisfy their mammoth ambition. The symbolism of these stories is that as long as you are an Asura, liberation and immortality is impossible. That is why 16-year-old Markandeya could become immortal effortlessly, and none of the Asuras, in spite of thousands of years of penance, could get there. Krishna says these people are incapable of seeing the God who resides in them and in all beings. How can they be liberated? Ahankaram balam darpam kamam krodam cha samshritaha mamatma paradeheshu pradvishanto abhyasuyakaha. Blinded by egotism, power, arrogance, desire and anger, these Asuras do not see me who resides in them and in all beings. They hate me and abuse me, says Krishna. If you seek liberation, you need to become a Deva. As long as you are an Asura, you may even become the Lord of the three worlds, but liberation is impossible. That's it from me. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and press the bell icon for reminders. Please share with like-minded people. Until next time, Namaste.